bassist for one of the most powerful bands in the heavy metal or the metal world with more than 12 years, right? More than 12 albums, I'm sorry.
A lot of
30 years,
DVDs.
DVDs, play in many places. Dirk, I hope I pronounce it right. Dirk Schlachter?
It's Dirk Schlachter.
Schlechter.
Schlechter.
Yeah, that was really good.
I was just lucky, I think.
Okay, bassist from Gamma Ray, welcome to La Pajarraca Radio.
Absolutely one of my favorite bands in the whole world.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've been watching you since 1991 when Science No More album come out.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching this album. I was sitting home in Oslo when I was living there, and I was watching MTV. And I always write down names for new bands coming up.
Okay.
And then Gamma Ray come up, and I say, "Holy shit!" So that time I had to go to a store and I have to order it. So I ordered it from England. It took me 3 weeks to get it.
But the Sign No More album was still. Yeah, it was beautiful. Look where she does everything forward, actually.
I absolutely love the album. I played it a lot of times, and I got some weeks later, I got this
Yeah.
from Japan. Was this the first live album you ever made for DVD?
Yeah, of course. It was my first big tour. It was my first big playing, big shows, everything. So I was really like, what is
Starstruck.
happening here? When Gamma Ray first came to Japan, I mean, that was before they had this economic crisis in 94, 95. I remember that, when everything went a little down in Japan. And that was huge. We played these concert halls and 2 nights, and it was, for me, that was something I had never done before, and I was really.
How is it to play for people who are sitting down?
Yeah, there's also this. I mean, I had that before, but just in small clubs.
Yeah. Now it was thousands of people just sitting down and clapping.
Yeah,
That's a little weird.
Totally crazy. And like we had to leave the hotels to the back entrance because there were too many fans waiting. So if you wanted to go outside and just go to a small bar and have some beers, it was impossible. We were followed by hundreds of fans, you know. They were behaving and they were not disturbing, but they were there.
Of course.
And you have made the most iconic guitar solos ever from a Lust for Life song. That guitar, that solo on that Lust for Life.
Yeah, on that album, on the
Yeah, on this one. This is the first song.
I remember. Yeah, I mean, I tried to play it like it was on the album, but
It's insane cool for me. I think it's one of the best solos I ever heard in my life.
I think I have to listen to that again.
I think we have to.
Many songs everywhere, so.
You don't remember that much?
I at that time I was just how can you say that? I mean, actually, when I met Kai in the music high school in Hamburg, I was there as a bass player, and I was a bass player the last years. And then when all this happened, that Uwe Wessel, the first bass player, wanted to stay in Gamma Ray and all that. And Kai needed a second guitar player because, like originally planned, he wanted to be just one guitar on stage. With all the overdubs he recorded on the Heading for Tomorrow album, it was impossible to do that with just one guitar. Yeah.
See this?
Yeah. So and so I had time. We made this decision that we're gonna try this because I was guitar player before. So I practiced. I learned the song and I practiced like playing his style of rhythm guitars, and he showed me some stuff. I visited the horror studio in Hanover. Whenever I was free, I was there, and he showed me stuff, and I recorded the bass stuff, and first, and then later when we said, okay, we're gonna do this with the guitar. So he showed me some stuff, and basically I got all the rough mixes from the songs on tape. Took that with me, and I had a friend of mine had a rehearsal room, a drummer, and I could practice there. So I set up some amplifier with a tape machine and some big stereo hi-fi boxes in between a 4x12 cabinet and one angle amplifier, and that was it. And I practiced the shit, like
good old days.
Yeah. And finally, when we started practicing, rehearsing for the first tour, when Uli Kusch came in and I came in, and then there was Kai and Uwe Wessel, and they recorded the whole album, And the first thing we recognized that Uli Kusch and me, we were a lot of better prepared than Kai and the rest of the guys was to play this shit. That was very funny. But so that's how it worked from the beginning on, we just played the shit,
Right.
And now you played for 30 years. Time go fast, huh?
It's now we have this long break, and it's not pretty nice, and I don't know when there will be a break or for Gamma Ray again, actually.
Okay.
I have no idea because now it's pretty clear when Halloween will stop with this touring. But still there are changes and things coming, and so I don't know. I'm at the moment I'm not in let's say Kai is doing that right now. Is the end of the year, Christmas and all that shit. Kai is at home with his new wife, and they will go on with these Halloween shows. I don't know how much. I don't know their tour plan. But in my head I have, they're gonna do festivals in the summer as well. So after the summer next year, we might think about a plan how to record a new album. That's what might be happening. But the problem now is that with this long break we have, because of Halloween and the pandemic, of course, everybody started doing other things, Michael is playing for other bands. He's playing Primal Fears, but I don't know what plans they have. And he has his own band, like this one. But they're not too busy with that, but you never know what's going on there. I'm actually a hired gun. I play also with the Spanish people, with Avalanche.
Avalanche band, yes, I know.
We're gonna do a new album as well.
Great. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a new singer now, a really good one. And all the songs that were planned before with Alirio Neto, they are now first put aside because it didn't work out with him at the end. I didn't play these shows because these two shows they had in Spain, the Zed Light Festival, and because now I have the bridge. I was busy with Ross the Boss.
Ross the Boss.
I'm playing the whole. I played, I think, 30 shows with Ross the Boss. It started for being just a substitute for Mike Lepon, who's the bass player in Ross the Boss for a couple of years, and he was busy with Symphony X, of course. So somehow some people recommended me to him, and we had a video call, and that was it. And we thought, okay, this is
Right.
We talked a little bit, and then I rehearsed the songs, and we started to play, you know, and did all these.
It's a little crossover for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm doing this now, and I will continue playing with Ross the Boss, but for some reason, the bass player didn't come back. Actually, there's I don't know what's going on there. He was just keeping on asking me for the next shows.
Yeah.
And now there's plans in March, in April and May, and there's also festivals coming up. So I will be busy with him. I will be busy with Avalanche, and there might be even another band needing my help for some shows. So, right now, right now I'm helping. I will start helping a Hamburg band called Night Laser. They're recording their new album, but that will just like keep an eye on everything, on their recording and everything, got the level somehow, like producer, engineer, whatever. But I won't do all the things. I just do what I can until when I'm here, you know.
Right. And for example, when you say you are in a pausa, Gamma Ray, because Kai is with Halloween touring, we know. You don't have the time for write songs if in the case you are writing songs or not?
Yeah, we started already on working on ideas when the first Halloween break was, and we were thinking about doing something without Kai, and the record company had this idea. Said, well, if you, they said, find a singer and record some songs, and we're gonna help you. Okay. So first we started, but that for some reason it didn't feel right. It would be still been like Gamma Ray without Kai or something like that. And I was, especially me, after the first, we tried that, we recorded some ideas, and it's in the house of Michael. He has a studio at home, a little, he can record drums and all the shit at home. And first we started there, but then for myself, I had the feeling better we should not do it,
Yeah.
I keep these ideas from that time. We keep it, maybe do something. I have some ideas, and everybody's asking me for ideas. So also like Ross or Avalanche. Maybe Avalanche, I don't need to do anything, but Ross is asking for ideas in this Manowar stylish true metal.
Because actually you speak Spanish, so that's really cool. You can actually be part of the band because you speak Spanish. The band singing in Spanish, so that's pretty cool too, I think.
The whole communication inside the band between Alberto Rionda, who's the boss of Avalanche. We speak Spanish, of course. The whole communication is much easier. Well, of course, even Mike Terrana understands some.
Great.
Any plans coming to Europe?
Just a second.
Sure.
It's too dry here.
Yeah, it's fine. Here too.
It's too dry. My nose gets.
Don't be sick, yeah?
No, I'm not sick, but the nose gets stuck.
Don't be sick.
Tapada.
Very dry air.
Hay que poner un spray mexicano.
Ándale. Sí, es muy bueno. Sí, es bueno.
Sí.
Me gusta que hables español. Ahorita vamos a hablar un poquito. Él no entiende español. You don't speak Spanish.
You speak no way. You speak his language.
Yeah.
Between us, we speak Norwegian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
At first we speak English, but
Okay,
later I have to speak Norwegian, and I just stopped to speak English. I just speak Norwegian.
oh, he needs to learn Spanish.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, my wife, she speaks pretty good German. I
Why?
speak
Yeah.
at home. We speak very much, mainly Spanish, actually.
And how do you learn? Because of your wife?
I started with my. I knew something before we met, actually. Yeah, but some words, and I could get along, you know, in buying buying things and making holidays in South Spain was not a problem.
Nice.
But really talk, communicate, and have some dialogues or about anything. I started learning that with my wife, of course. My wife, my mother-in-law,
Great.
and then when we moved to Mexico,
Oh, you was living in there.
we met in Hamburg.
Okay.
We first were living together in Hamburg for a long time, and then we moved to Mexico, 2015.
Great.
Actually, right now we're just back a couple of months.
Oh, that's nice. And you like Mexico?
I prefer Mexico.
Really? Why? Tell us why, please, because people want to know.
Well, we have now we lived in Cancun.
Great.
Well,
So
it's
beautiful.
not the worst place in Mexico.
Very boring.
Bad weather all the time.
Actually, the weather was a big reason for me. You know, this the weather to live close to the sea was always a dream of me. The older you get, the more you appreciate a warm climate.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, I when I came back here right now, it took me the first days. I was like, oh, I can't take this cold. I can't take it anymore. You know? After a week, I was used to it again, you know, and everything is fine. And,
Yeah.
But I don't like it.
I just do prefer to back
I've been
to
in Mexico. I've been in Mexico once. I was there for 14 days in Mexico City and Guadalajara.
But Mexico City is horrible. A horrible
It
place.
was insane.
Do you
I
think
took a
so?
taxi in there. Oh,
You're from Mexico City?
Yeah, and I moved to Guadalajara later. I saw you guys in Mexico City. When we was together, he was not there. I mean Gamma Ray, but he was actually MV because when we get married, it was a little crazy. Forget the residence for living in Norway, and I have to back to Mexico, come back to Norway, blah blah blah, many times for 4 years. And one time when I come back, you're play with Halloween. And I told him, I'm going to see Halloween or Gamma Ray. And he was, what? I said, yes, but because he never saw you guys. And this is one of
Never.
I have to show you this actually.
No, that's from Primal Fear.
I don't know if you see it.
No, it's a tattoo from Primal Fear. So
You know, but my point is,
it's always been like, it's always been Gamma Ray for me. Gamma Ray and Rat has always been the big two. So,
Interesting.
so I have a lot of stuff from you guys. So and a special one too.
you want to say something?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Seen this before?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I never played it.
Oh,
Never.
Because he's signing.
And it's signed and the record is red.
ooh, yeah, the red one.
So it's always just like here.
Treasure.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin it by playing it because sometimes, you know, when you play it
Yeah.
sucks. So what's the plans now? Do you have any plans for some shows right now, or is it
With
just
Gamma Ray?
silence? No, with everything.
Gamma
Everything
ray.
with gamma ray is, like I said, I don't know what will happen and when it will happen. I just can tell it can be possible that we meet after the summer and talk about or make plans how we're going to do it. You know? I for myself, if we just have a break to record the album and then he will be busy with Halloween again, I will just say no. Well, I won't say no to any activity, but actually we need to talk about how this will happen, you know, because when we record an album, I want to go on tour. I want not for every move or every show we're gonna do to ask the management of Halloween if we can do it, you know. This must be off for 1 year or 1.5 years that we can do a tour and some festivals, you know. And yeah, if this is not happening just to fulfill a contract with the record company and deliver an album that is still that has to be done, well, we'll see, you know. And anyways, it will be difficult to put everybody, you know, even the other singer, Frank Beck, he's playing in another band. He has his projects. You know, Michael is with Private Fear. Like I said, I'm busy. I don't know what will happen with Avalanche. Ross the Boss is having shows and festivals. I need to I need to do something as well to live.
Maybe coming new things for you. We don't know.
So I can't tell anything about Canada. It's actually not in my head, you know. I know we have this long history and I see all the albums and all the work that has been done, but actually I won't say I'm angry with Kai that he's with Halloween, but it's not that I'm angry, but it's like it is, you know.
It is frustrating.
It was, you know, in the first year, you know, it was frustrating. Also the way, like how I got to know about this very late. He didn't told us, you know. Actually, I found out that this reunion tour is gonna happen from one of our techs, you know, our sound guy, our front of house guy. He knew about all this before I knew it.
And that's pretty special.
Yeah, because he was so there was a little anger, there was frustration, everything, but I mean that was in the year 17. This is already some years ago, you know. So there's no. I went through all these emotions like sadness, frustration, anger. The first year when he was and now I'm just having it. It's not so present in my mind, you know. I was busy too much this year, like this coming back, my family coming back from Mexico here. I mean, we still have that place in Mexico, and I'm whenever I can, I'm there, you know. That's the good thing with my jobs I have with Avalanche or with Ross the Boss. They have shows in South America, they have shows in the States, so there's always some flights. I move the dates of the flights and that's it, you know, so that's why can be there.
And actually I think like you say, Kai Hansen with Halloween playing is okay, but maybe they can share the stage together, because sometimes they do Halloween or Gamma Ray, right? So, but this is not happen, so that's not cool. And worse, because this album, 30th anniversary, it's like a celebrating 30 years, and what, like you say, is nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I understand.
It was a strange thing actually, because we wanted to actually there was plans doing more shows like this, you know. That was a streaming show because nothing else was possible. That was an idea from our booking agency, and we we said, okay, we're taking part, and then the record company later came say, it has been recorded. We will use it to do something. Actually, if they had the idea before, the video would have been much, much better, because to mix the DVD, you have the DVD?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have everything. Of course I have.
That all the layout, that was actually the layout, the graphics were done by a Colombian guy, Felipe Machado, friend of mine. I mean, we got friends doing this. And
this was a Christmas gift last year.
Yeah, it was a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Because I knew it was for me, for him.
I mean, I put personally the hell of a work into this. What you have in your hands is from the organization of the show, from the set list we did, the organization from the band to do that, the rehearsals, then the layout, the graphics, is the mix. Actually, I did, the mix and the mastering and this, I did all that, and so it's a lot of my personal work in this.
It's really cool, and it's really cool.
Because you start to play guitar when you was pretty young.
I started guitar actually
8, I think.
I think it was 11.
No, around 11, yeah.
I think it was 11 years.
Actually, I didn't want to learn guitar actually.
No?
Really?
No, it's I was in a music school, in a local music school, where my mom sent my brother and me to learn music, to learn to read music, and we learned to play the glockenspiel, you know?
Oh yeah.
That was fun. The group of, I don't know how many kids we were in that group, and we learned. It was fun, yeah. And then
was running around in lederhosen and stuff.
Huh?
He was running around in lederhosen or something.
In what?
Is it called lederhosen or something? The pants?
No, they have this in the south of Germany.
Not there.
No. The glockenspiel we played classical melodies and kids stuff, yeah. And then I learned actually after that was the normal way in that music school. I learned flute, soprano flute. 2 years. What the fuck?
With flute?
Yeah. The first year was interesting and nice, and the second year was a little stiff, and we had to move the place, and the group was too big, and that's when I started already listening like intonation stuff. When in a group of nearly 20 kids, if someone hits a wrong note and you have to play the same stuff, you hear it.
Yeah.
It's starting to oscillate, you know, this.
Right.
Oh, and of course it was not, they were trying to teach us some stuff, and it was not, I didn't like it too much. So when this was over, I was like, I said, I'm gonna quit this fucking music school, you know. And it went on with classical instruments. You could learn the classical instrument like cello, violin, and piano, and some other stuff, and classical guitar. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I was interested in learning drums.
Okay.
And you learned?
It's difficult. Yeah, there was not really a drum school in this small town. You know, there was a Spielmannszug, and you could learn to play the marching snare.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Even that was not so interesting to me. You know, so I ended up with this. Well, a piano was too expensive and too loud to put it in that blah 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 blah. So I ended up with this because my mother wanted me to continue, and she forced us, and so I ended up with this classical guitar. And I said, I'm not gonna go, and I'm not gonna. You're gonna go.
Know the feeling.
You're gonna go 1 month or some classes, and then we talk. You know? And if you really don't like it, you can stop. I said, okay. So I knew I have to do it sometimes, and then I go. But of course, after 2 classes, I said, I like it. You know? Started liking it, so I learned classical guitar. You know, with notes, the 4 fingers set up on the fretboard, all that shit. Playing with fingers, which now is a big advantage on the bass that I start. It's easy with the fingers.
Yeah.
And I had this classical basics on the left hand already. You know?
Okay.
So that was pretty good. And then I had my electric guitar, my first, and I had my first like little bands or staff rehearsals and small events, shows you can call them if you want. And then I started learning the bass when I worked in a music store, you know, with 19, pretty late, 19. And then it happened that a band was looking, somebody saw me playing in this store, in this music store, and I was not a really good bass player, but I could handle the bass, you know. But that was my start for the bass, you know. And then I came back to the guitar because the guitar player was needed, and I just studied that style and did the songs, and that was it.
No more flute.
No more flute, exactly. Actually, that's why you showed me this Japan video. That was
this one.
The whole tour was for me. I was still learning, you know, and I was getting self-confident on the guitar. You can see that on the second tour we did after Sign No More, I really felt like, now I'm a top player, rock and roll. And I really enjoyed guitar playing that, you know. And then came on the third tour, it was really a high level of guitar skills I had actually, you know? And starting doing the keyboards live as well, that was maybe a mistake, but that brought me finally back to the bass, you know, because when we were doing the Land of the Free stuff, the touring, I felt I started feeling like a machine on stage and didn't like it anymore, and so much. And when I saw myself playing bass when we changed and having fun, and my face was like, ha!
It's like your passion, the bass.
See,
because I've seen a lot of DVDs and videos. You always smile, like always smiling when you're playing.
Yeah, now maybe I'm a little bit more serious now, but yeah, that's important that you can smile on stage. Yeah. Like even if it's like let's put it like this: it's important that you have some positive vibe. It can be aggressive, but it can be positive aggression. Yeah. And that, but somehow like giving and something good. And that is that's my attitude actually.
Because in this DVD from '91, they have clips from you eating Japanese food. That looks, yeah.
Not good.
Like I told you, that was completely new, everything. And that's
pretty funny to watch.
Before I didn't know about this food, I didn't know about that country. Nothing, you know, it was thrown in this, you know. And
you have to watch this DVD again.
Yeah. But when I see this or parts of this DVD, I watched a lot of that when I sent the stuff for promo to this guy who was taking care about the streaming and who did this the editing of the stuff after that. And I saw this. Whenever I see this, I know how I felt, you know. I still remember exactly how I felt when I came to this first time to Japan. You know. It was crazy.
And which the most for you as a musician? Which country is the most like you say? Wow, the people is
Cocos.
crazy and is passion with our music, and it was wonderful for you guys play in which country?
That's a that's a that's a that's that's a strange question because people have different ways of showing their passion.
Yeah.
That's what you know. After some tours, you know that. If you go, let's take first just Europe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We talk about Europe. You go to southern parts like Spain, Greece, Italy, and let's say even on the eastern side, if you go to Greece, I said, and then you have all these republics, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Bulgaria. There's all this south and the southern and the Greek people. They're really hot, freaking out. Spanish people as well, Italian people. So then you come and go to Norway. No, even you go to Germany, northern part of Germany, then to the Scandinavian people, and at the end they get like they're not so freaking out, but they enjoy the show in their manner. The worst for me was like when I first played in the northern part of Finland. Really, where the people are really like standing in the show, not really showing any emotion.
Yeah, just like this.
Just like boring.
And watching. And then after the song, they clap and make a little noise. Yeah? And then you talk to the fan. The first time I had this, I said, "What's wrong with them?" And then when you had this a couple of times and you talked to the people after the show, and they really explained what they liked and how much they enjoyed the show.
And you okay?
And then you say, okay, that's their way of enjoying the show, and you gotta get used to that,
Sure.
Of course, for me, like acting on stage, moving on stage, and heavy metal and this kind of music is something with energy that you give from the stage. It's not only the sound, it's also your attitude. You're giving something. And if you get something back from the audience, it's more easy to get that, to see that, and to feel if the people are going wild,
Yeah.
And but let's put it that was when I was younger. I was always say, oh, of course, Greece, Spain, and stuff like that, And if you go to the other continent, of course, all the Las Latinos,
Locos.
in Brazil también, in Brazil also, in North America, the same shit, go to Canada, go to Alaska. It's also a little more like, but nowadays I know what's happening when I come to Finland, so I get adapted.
Way to enjoy it.
But of course, if you ask me, I always prefer the little wild audience,
Right.
a little bit more. Un poco más calor.
Sí, claro. Fue el asunto. Padrísimo.
That's what that's the point. But you gotta learn this. Yeah,
Of course.
people are in their country and how they enjoy the music, and then you can. It doesn't make sense for me also because first time this example with Finland. I had this in Oulu, this country north, where and you start moving and making like a monkey on stage, like you do something that doesn't make sense because I feel a little strange if I do this and they are not really reacting,
You don't
No,
feel like
no
your
response.
Yeah, but you feel like your music don't like the people. Do you like what I'm doing here? If they don't like my music, I understand.
So you kind of, after second time, third time I was there, you change a little bit your attitude and work with this ambience you have there. And then you can enjoy it as well.
You know, that happens to me. The first concert in Norway, we was in Tons of Rock, actually Halloween play with Kai, and I was, you know, Mexican people, you know, we are more like jumping and I think people just watching me because in a way was like as a press, working pictures and stuff, but you enjoy the concert too. You are a fan too sometimes, you know, and I see the people in Norway is just like this. Yeah. They enjoy it. I saw it, but they just like this, and I was and jumping in the final countdown when Europe was there too, and I just think, what fun! What happened to the people? What? Hello, dudes! This is a concert. What's wrong with you?
And everybody around you was like thinking, "What's wrong with this girl?"
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, but that's how it is. That's how it is. People are different, but they are enjoying. It was hard for me. It took a long time to find out that the people, even in northern part of Finland, are enjoying the show.
Of course. In his way, every country, but everybody enjoy it. That's why they buy the tickets. That's why they are there to see.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And when we start the radio in Norway, we had to try to find a name for the show, and I find one of your records. Blast from the Past.
Oh.
So this is the name of your radio show.
This is the name of the radio show.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, I'm a Gamma Ray fan now, you know that.
That's true.
So, because we're playing a lot of old music too, so it's like the Blast from the Past, so that's taking us a good name.
Yeah, it's a good thing, you know. When we were thinking about this re-recording and compilation of the Blast, to find a name that suddenly came to my mind. We call it Blast from the Past. Just came out.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
That was a nice working on it. I remember that's the point. Is there was the work internally in Gamma Ray at this time was very good. This lineup, like with Zimmermann, Henry Richter, Kai and me, we were pretty creative, and we were full of creative energy in our old studio in the bunker. It was incredible, the work, so harmonic, and of course we had discussions about things, about ideas, but it was a good time. All these albums that followed, like from Somewhere Out in Space, A Power Plant, No World Order. That was three very powerful creative albums, you know, with a band, you know, band work. You could feel a band work on it, you know. and that is something that got lost a little, because everybody like started recording at home and shit, you know.
Right.
At the end, you know, remember the Empire of the Undead? I was sitting in the new studio, and people were like delivering stuff via internet. Yeah, here's the solo, here's the vocal part, you know. Like I was recording vocals at home, you know. And I was putting in the stuff. They said Henio was recording guitar solos at home. Right. So for sometimes he came into the studio and said, for this you come here, we record with me, because like with the rhythm guitars we also recorded together. You know, there were at least two people together. Somebody worked with me in the studio, and but the rest was. You know, I was sitting there alone in the studio. and putting the files in that they sent, you know, into the session for the mix.
Right.
It's a little strange.
Yeah, the whole thing was strange, and then
What the hell?
and then this place burned down, you know, this story.
Right.
And yeah, and everything was different. It was not like the quality of the songs. We took care about that. You know, we always met and played the songs together before we went into production. We really played all the songs in the rehearsal room, and we made the final arrangements always together. You could feel that. But the rest of the production, I miss some of this, what we had in the past, you know, when we always, everybody was in the studio hanging around in that bunker place, you know. Maybe it was because there was this bar directly connected.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, so it was easy for everybody to hang out, even if you had nothing to do at the moment.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, we were hanging like out together, sitting in the back of the vehicle. Somebody was recording. You know, that was more together work, and I was starting to miss that. On the last album, really was the pretty extreme at the end, you know. And then the place burned down, and we did the rest of the recordings in another studio, and I organized that, blah, 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 blah. Then happened this Halloween shit, really, well, first we thought, okay, it's just a break, but
it's too long now.
Very long break.
Yeah, I mean,
no, lose this break is too much.
Michael actually was calling me in the middle of the night. For him, I was in Mexico, and he called me, and he said he was watching the Halloween show in Bakken.
Oh.
That was 2017, 18?
Yeah, can be right.
18? Or was it 17 already? I don't remember that when they played in Bakken with the first this reunion tour, you know. And Michael called me and told me, because we were all thinking he will do this tour, and then he comes back, and we really were stupid enough to think like that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why we thought we only have to survive this time, and then we will go on again. And that's why we also didn't start doing something without him, because we said, it doesn't make sense that we do an album without him, and what's that? All the members of Gamma Ray and just another singer, and what all the shit, why should we do that? And then comes the point. At the end of the show in Bakken, they interviewed Kai when he was coming off the stage. And there he announced something, and he did it. Oops, I should not have said this, but he said something. Yeah, it was a great show, and how did you feel? Yeah, and I tell you something, we're gonna go on. We're gonna do an album. Yeah? He said to the guy interviewing him coming off the stage in the Wacken Festival.
Wow.
So that was in the middle of the night in Germany, so immediately Michael called me, hey, God just said they go. I said, oh shit, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel a little stabbed in the back.
Yeah, so now this is, I don't know, when we start again, I don't know how things will be, you know?
Yeah, hard process.
Are they a little weird, maybe?
But I know that all the Gamma Ray fans all over the world are waiting for something, and I know we have to do it one day, and also we have to do it. The record company also, they're not pushing or putting pressure on us or on him, actually. And so we'll see. But I really need to find the time to talk first, how this is gonna be, and then everybody has to say. Then we need to find time for everybody, so it's not that easy. But if everybody is willing to make it happen, it will happen. And nobody says no. I'm not gonna do it. I'm angry for the rest of my life. No, that's not like this. But I don't want to raise high expectation, high hopes, and then it takes a longer time because it depends a lot on how things are.
Yeah, fans just have to wait.
And actually, it's insane because, for example, Halloween canceled the tour in Oslo. It was this year because we buy tickets, and later they changed to 2023 in March, I think, and they cancel again. So it's like cancel and cancel and cancel. I don't know
Couple of years
why.
now they cancel.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's actually not. I don't even. I have to. Sometimes I don't do that so frequently. You know? Right now, I will have a look on their touring plans, and I had in mind they will finish somehow by end of the summer with the next festival season, and then they will have a break. But who knows? No, I don't know. Maybe they say, "Oh no, we're going to Japan," or I don't know what they. Or we do another South American round because I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I have done so far. I don't know about the tour. I'm not following that. I'm waiting. Actually, in my head, I just have after the summer, we might be able to meet and talk about this.
Because actually we make interview to Sasha, guitarist of Halloween, and before to bassist.
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus Groskopf, And Sasha told us, because I asked him, Kai Hansen and Michael Kiske are going to play like a reunion again, not reunion, like a part of Halloween, or it's just like temporary. And he say, I think it's just temporary. I don't think it will not going to be for always. We don't know, but I don't think so. He said that.
When was that? But when was that interview? When was that?
This year. I can send you the link because I upload the interview in our channel on YouTube. It was in. I can check it.
I think it was this year.
It was this year.
Time goes so fast. So.
But I don't remember exactly the dates.
I can send you the link on it. So.
Yeah. But it was this year because it was one of the questions. But it was this year. Yeah.
I don't remember. Check it out. So.
Yeah.
How do you like the last Halloween album?
I like it.
Yeah, it was okay.
But for me, the other one, it was better.
For me, Gamma Ray is better.
That's not the point. The Halloween album is absolutely well done.
Yeah, it is well done, but
songs are good and the production is very well done, and
we have the album.
All these people know what they're doing. The only thing is, there's nothing new.
No,
it's
the same
style in a good way. And it's well done. Good songs, well done. The best thing they could have done, and it was even #1 in Germany. Very good timing in the release. There was nothing going on, so they went on #1, and this is all good and it's working out. Now the pandemic is destroying the whole business, revolting the whole business, and we'll see if they have a lot of mouth to feed in this. They have a big band, then there's management, and it's full management, and everything works out. As long as this machine works, they will go on with this lineup. There will not be a change. Can't believe it. Huh?
But I like Halloween.
Yeah, it's a cool band.
I really love Halloween. Both Gamma Ray Halloween. Both for me are very, very. It was 17 June 2021. It was last year.
Last year.
Sorry, I thought it was this year. We make a lot of interviews this year too.
Yeah.
Yes.
The point is, it's really difficult to say what they do there. Well, I have in mind that they will stay like this. But let's see what Kai says after the next year. You know, when they have done the tour. No, I haven't.
Maybe before they done the tour, maybe they have to talk you guys and see what is going to happen. We hope so, because there are two different bands and two different audience too. You have fans for Halloween, you have fans for Gamma Ray. So everybody of the fans wants to see you guys.
Yeah, it's no.
We're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
You're ready.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready to do anything, but then there's got to be some kind of plan and some
Nice to have a plan.
concept. Well, not concept behind it, but a plan, just a basic plan, like you say. I wanted to talk 2 times with Kai about a rough plan, how we can do like album and blah, 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 or anything. They say, okay, because there was, I think last year, there was a moment where he said, this is time, we could record a Gamma Ray album right now. What about do it,
Yeah.
no?
3 minutes.
And just record it, and to have it done. And then I say, okay, I mean, this is pretty tough with the schedule, pretty crazy, but okay, let's talk about it. Huh? When do we make a basic plan? We're gonna meet then and there, everybody rehearse in that place. Then we're gonna see what we have. Then we're gonna go to that studio, record and everything. Just a basic plan where you can still move all the dates, but you have a plan first, you know? Yeah, you can change the plan and anything, but first you gotta have a basic plan. And this never happened, you know, 2 times. And so then I stopped to ask about it, and I'm waiting.
Just wait and see.
Yeah, and that's why everybody a little bit Gamma Ray at the moment until Kai is selling something again.
What the hell?
Sorry. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I apologize for this. And it was Halloween. And I don't play Halloween. It was the radio when I swear of God.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Well, that was not embarrassing at all.
And when I click for see the in the radio station, I click for see the day of the interview, and I took it just take away.
Yeah.
And it's not, and
It's okay.
it's Halloween.
Don't worry about this. Don't worry.
That's embarrassing.
Maybe you can record something?
Yes, please, because this maybe for you is more easier now because you speak Spanish, but the name of the radio station, you know, is La Pajarraca Radio or Radio.
La Pajarraca.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can say like, hello, my name is, I'm from the band, and you are listening to Pajarraca, you know.
To Norway and Mexican fans.
What does Pajarraca mean, actually?
My last name is Gallo.
Uh-huh.
You know, the gallo, the kikiriki. And before I start the radio station, I'm going to make a radio show for me only in Mexico, in a different radio station. Not online, but in FM.
Mm-hmm.
And in my show, I used to make jokes and funny things and music and information, blah, blah, blah. So I just tried to play with my last name and a little funny, or maybe don't sound like a metal. No, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it was canceled, the show. It was canceled, everything I did. But I have many recordings, messages from different bands from La Pajarraca. So I just decided Okay, I can just put the name La Pajarraca Radio. So that's why. Sorry. But for people it's funny, but for others it's very strong.
Right. So it's La Pajarraca Radio, or
yes.
Eso es Radio La Pajarraca.
Please, just go ahead when you're ready.
Eso es Radio La Pajarraca. Y hola a todos, soy Dirk de Gamma Ray y están escuchando La Pajarraca.
Yes.
Can you take it in English too?
Yeah, okay.
If you can.
Hello everybody, this is Dirk from Gamma Ray and you're listening to La Pajarraca.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank you. I record everything, but I record in my phone. That's
This
why
is the most perfect we had, because we have really many strange names on this radio when people try.
La Pajarraca is
We had he was talking to Saxon,
yeah?
Biff,
Bifor.
and I said, no, I can't do this now, you know him. And after some hours, he sent us 5 different versions. And I think I think he was drinking, because we heard bottles falling down.
Yeah.
So he sent us 5 differents.
Oh, that's nice.
So he was
Well,
trying and trying.
But we thought we were going to do it, but in the end, yeah, he sent me the.
So send us
Yes, thank you.
5 messages.
That's right.
So that was pretty funny.
Really nice. And
Really nice, finally talking to Gamma Ray.
he was praying for many.
You tried
years.
many times.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Actually, when Harald sent us the note that you and how we're gonna do blah blah blah. Harald is the webmaster. He's doing the merch shop and the website, you know. And he's a friend of mine actually as well. So we're whenever I can meet him, and we meet and we talk. Sometimes we talk on the phone about how's everything going, blah blah blah. So when he wrote to Kai and me, blah blah blah, how to handle this, and Kai responded directly, give this to the record company. They had the promo girls. They're gonna send this out. I said to Harald, well, what the fuck? I'm free at the moment. I'm not too busy, and just give them do that direct. It will not happen if they do. It will. And that's why.
Day by day.
Really.
Yeah.
And as I told you, I apologize because when he sent me the link, I thought it was with a manager. Yeah, because he just said with Dirk, but I didn't thought it was the member. I thought it was the manager name too, and that's why I asked him the same request on Skype. And later, when I see your last name, I said, he's the bassist. It's not the manager. I really feel embarrassing. Really, I said, oh, that's not nice. But, sorry.
Todo bien, no te preocupes.
Muchas gracias, de verdad. Qué hermoso que eres. Te agradecemos muchísimo esta entrevista. Thank you so much for the interview, because we was waiting for long for this, and for you. It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
And for me,
like
it's
I said,
pleasure, of course.
Watch this again.
Watch the DVD.
Something you want to add to the interview?
Huh?
Something you want to add to the interview?
Well, no, it was really nice talking with you, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for us too.
If anything is missing, you need something, just come to me. Si necesitas algo más en español.
Mil gracias.
And if you come to Norway, send a mess.
La Pajarraca, chingón.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Really?
You as well, okay?
Have fun.
Yeah, you too.
Enjoy food and presents.
And Mexico, when you go to Mexico. That's awesome. Y dale un saludo a tu esposa. Qué padre, me da mucho gusto que sea mexicana y que estén juntos por muchos años más. Felicidades por eso.
Sí, ya tenemos 12 años casados y nos conocemos más que 20.
And you know, the Christmas tree is actually coming from Germany, I think.
But I don't care about Christmas at all.
It's from the 1700 something.
But my wife, she always wants to set up a tree and all that shit.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it. But now we have a tree like this.
Okay.
A very small one. It's over there. Well,
But nice, it's nice. It's small, but it's nice.
Has to be the biggest Christmas tree I ever seen.
Well, it's the spirit of Christmas. Mexican people, I think, too. So that's nice.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're doing fine here at this apartment in Hamburg. So whenever you come to Hamburg, just
Thank you. It will be great to meet you guys, really.
And then
Nice to...
And for me, pleasure to meet your wife to speak Spanish. Yeah. Yay, nice.
Yeah, ella es una chilanga también.
Chilanga, del DF también, de la Ciudad de México.
Sí.
Qué bien. Yo nací en la Ciudad de México y cuando tenía como 7 años, mi papá decidió que nos mudáramos a Guadalajara.
Ah, bueno.
Tengo más el acento de Guadalajara porque viví toda mi vida casi allí, pero amo mi México, DF y mi Guadalajara, las dos.
Mi mejor amigo en Cancún es de Guadalajara también.
De Guadalajara. Y Cancún, hermoso. One day we have to go to Cancún. He loves Mexico. He was in Teotihuacan and Guadalajara, Mexico City too. It was
very hot for a white boy.
Yes.
It was 40 degrees down there.
Then Cancun will even be worse for you because
but very nice.
Sunscreen.
And
I
like it.
He needs some color.
Thank you.
No, but he liked Mexico, so that's nice for me too, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta teach him the language.
Yes, please. He knows some words.
Yeah.
Can say it.
No.
Yes.
Hola. No.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah, bad words. He knows many bad words.
So, step by step.
You too, I guess.
The bad words, yeah. I worked with some mariners and the people on the boats. Los marineros. Hablan.
Puta madre, I sorry.
I know that word.
In one sentence, 10 times verga. It's incredible how they do this.
Pick.
Oh, dick.
Yeah. Everything is verga.
Yo no suelo decir esa palabra, pero sí es muy pronunciada en México. Pero qué bien, muchísimas gracias.
Okay.
I said thank you so much.
If there's anything, just send me a note. I'm not checking Skype but I get it on my phone. I get the message.
You have WhatsApp.
I have also WhatsApp. Yeah.
You wanna when we finish here?
Or Facebook.
I send you the WhatsApp is going with my Mexican number.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Send you the Mexican number and you find me.
Yeah, and keep in touch. And actually, if you guys want to come to Norway,
we have space.
You have a space here in our house. So let me say, tu casa es mi casa.
Yes, tu casa.
Mi casa es tu casa.
I live.
Mi casa es tu casa.
You are in Oslo directly?
Yeah, 1 hour outside Oslo.
No, it's Fredrikstad.
My wife she wants to know Norway. You know, these woods and the lakes and all that shit.
Yeah, we have everything here. We have an old castle, we have an old city from 300 years old. A lot of big stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Really, we are talking serious.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
And I have a bubble bath too.
Huh?
I have a bubble bath outside.
Okay, outside.
Yes.
That's good.
Nice in the summer.
Not now.
No, not in the winter, no.
Okay.
So,
Good.
It will be great. We keep in touch, and yeah, it will be great to see you guys one day. Really nice.
yeah.
And everything, and good luck with Gamma Ray. We hope everybody, all the fans, come back to play.
Hope so.
Please.
It will happen one day, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. You're ready.
Just give like we say, nalgadas to Kai. Hey, dude, tienes que. Hey,
Wake up.
Hey, wake up. Yeah. One way. Thank you.
Un zape grande.
Yeah, that's for sape.
Amen.
Nalgada y por un jodín.
Oh.
Sape for do hello. Hey, hello. Yeah. Despierta.
A ver.
Thank you so much. A pleasure for us, dear.
Very
having
cool.
you here.
And we talk soon. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Metal Gear. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.